my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like and comment.
Hello guys, welcome once again to our channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. So today we're going to be talking about Married to Medicine season 10 episode 6. One thing I'm going to say is that this episode was a shit show of an episode. I felt like I was looking at grown ass women acting like children, and and the fact that I don't know whether you know, whenever the show was airing, they usually come live on Instagram. They're always live on Instagram when the show is airing.
Uh-huh.
They watch the show with the viewer,
Mm.
and whatever thing that happens on the episode, they talk about it before when they are doing commercials. And I would say, like, I watched the live comp and I watched the episode and I was like, oh, these women, I don't know, because I kind of, you know what? Let me not just talk too much. Let's just go ahead and talk about. But what to you? How did you feel the episode was?
Um, I like that they were able to go out to California to the wineries and do something different. I enjoyed that. Of course, I always enjoyed the fashions. But some of it was just like, I don't know, it was just kind of like boring. Haven't we been over this before? Still no conclusion to the same old stuff. So I was kind of bored,
Yeah.
but then it was a few funny moments where I almost upchucked my drink. you know. So yeah, it was crazy.
Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about the episode. Like, firstly, we let's talk about Heavenly. I was so happy for Heavenly that her daughter, in spite of everything, decided to go with her choice of school and decided to go with the school of her choice. How did you feel that did Heavenly handle it very well, realizing that her daughter still went with her choice and not with the choice that they made for her?
Yeah, I thought, you know, I thought that was a pretty cool decision on her daughter's part. I mean, she
Yeah,
wants to follow in her mom's footsteps, which I can
yeah,
understand. It's her mom, it's her idol. You know, um, I know how it feels to have a child, especially a female, to go to college and it's not close to your home. You know, it sets off a panic, you know. So for Alaura to speak her own mind and say, no, I feel like this is going to be best for me. I was like, okay, she's becoming the young lady that Heavenly wanted her to be, independent. So I thought it was, a very good choice that Alora made. Are you there? Okay, I guess I'm here by myself, so I'll just keep talking. Yeah, I thought it was a very good, wise decision. You know, academically, as far as her taking the biology, majoring in biology. I mean, that's something, if she ever gets stuck, her mom has been there, done that. She probably still has some of the old textbooks, which, that type of information doesn't really change too much over the years. They may add more in, take some out, but the original textbooks for medical basically stays the same. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
thought that that was a good decision for her to you know have her major in biology.
Yeah. I was glad that she decided to, even with her mom pressuring her and saying all whatnot, she still decided to go with her choice of school and what she loves best. So it was great to see that at least she has a mind of her own.
Right.
Even if she wants to follow in her mom's footstep, she still has a mind of her own. So I'm literally glad. So let's move on to. I think I'm literally tired of I think a little bit I'm tired of saying Cecil and his wife because can't deal with somebody that said I am married to somebody and having different opinion with your wife is literally the most fucked up thing ever. And every time I see them on my screen, they're literally always having different opinions. He's always thinking left and his wife is thinking right. And I've never seen a couple like that. And I'm just gonna put it out there. In this is my opinion, just my opinion only. I feel
Okay.
like this guy is just sticking with her because she has more money than him, and divorce is not going to be cheap on him. That's what I just feel.
Oh
Because the
wow.
way he behaves, no, seriously, the way he behaves, the way he talks, the way he does things, I'm just like, it doesn't, he's never in agreement with her. And truthfully, I felt like he was not really happy that the kids were leaving the house and for only him and her to be alone in the house. He didn't sound so joyous that, oh, finally, my grown ass children are finally going to leave the house and me and my wife are going to finally have fun as a married couple. He didn't sound that happy.
No,
That's just,
he didn't really sound like, hey, we're finally gonna be empty nesters.
yeah.
No, he didn't. But I just think that he is, where Simone is more structured and more driven and more I would even say educated. I'm pretty sure that Cecil's educated, but as far as her doctor and education, you go to school longer than just the 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think with all her knowledge and being career driven, you know,
Yeah.
and I mean, how old did she say when she knew that she was going to be a doctor? I think she was a young
I think
girl.
she said when she was 10 or 12.
Yeah. So she's always had her eye on the prize. Where Cecil, he played basketball, he went to college, he graduated, he did his thing and the careers that he chose, but I think the turn of events came when he was spending money that she didn't really know about until she was looking at the bank statements. Then I think right then and there she took uh all the financial
The
expectations out of
whole,
his hands, as far
yeah.
as you looking over our finances, you going into our finances.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's spent needs to be discussed before it's spent.
Mm-hmm.
you know so she's more harder, where he's more lenient. You could tell he adores them boys. I'm not saying that she doesn't. She does.
No,
But
she does. She does adore her children. Yeah.
yeah, but I think every time he looks at them, because he be grinning when they be saying crazy stuff, like that was
Yeah.
his
I, I,
that was
I
his
feel like,
character when he was younger. He sees
yeah, I feel
himself.
like he's seen himself in the kids. And
Yes.
truthfully, whatever is with Simone, he really, sorry to say this, I don't mean to be shady. I don't mean to come for anybody. But
Mhm.
he doesn't look like someone that is very happy. It might be just me that's just trying to look for something that is not there. But
Girl, let me tell
when
you
you see
about
other
Gary.
husbands, when you see Eugene with Toya, when you see Dr. Damon with Heavenly. There is this, I don't know, there's this aura with them. But when you see him with Dr. Simone, it's just different.
Yeah, because he's not really the boss anymore. You know, they
Yeah,
the roles have reversed. You know,
yeah, probably.
she brings in the money. She wears the pants.
Yeah,
You
she's the
know?
boss. No, she's the, we all know she's the boss. She
Yeah,
brings in the more money. She brings in more money. You would actually know the way she said what she said when it came to the apartment. You will know she is the boss. Every one of them, her husband and her sons, they know she's the boss, and whatever she says is final.
that's right. That's right. You know, and I mean, I don't really blame her. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, she worked
Yeah,
hard all her life. You know?
yeah, she did. She did. Yeah. And I think that's why she wants the kids out of the house. She's worked all her life, being a doctor, making the good money, trying to make a better life for her children that she didn't have. And now she wants to just enjoy living with her husband, like having that, you know, husband feeling like I'm married, come home. Like she said, walk naked in my house without having to like think about, oh, my kids are in the house. She just wants to have that, but he's not giving me that feeling like he wants to have that. So that's where
Right.
I feel like they might not really, their plans might not be aligning that much.
Right. Plus, she wants to retire. You know, who wants to retire and your kids are always in your retirement check asking for money? who, who wants to do that? You know, she can't retire right now until she get them on a path where they're making their own money. They're making wise decisions. You know, and I can completely understand. With having kids, I understand.
Yeah. But I love the way she treated her kids here because the kids be looking on serious. Fine grown ass men like this be acting like they didn't like, well, sometimes spoiling a child sometimes can be very bad, because this is an example, because the way they were laughing, and I'm glad she kept and said what she had to say, because
Right.
well, let me not do any comparison to any person, but I love the way she said this is how it's gonna be. I give you 1 year, and I give you 2 years to start paying
Mhm.
me rent.
Yeah.
It's a very good bargain. I
Yeah.
just
That's
hope
love and that.
I do hope they stick to it, because you already have Miles saying, "Oh, if after the 1 year I can move back with you," like, it sounds so unserious.
Yeah. I mean, th- they know that their mom ain't gonna just let them be homeless. You know, she's gonna always make a way for them. You know, but yeah, I just hope that they take it seriously. You know, and get their shit together. They're like what 24 and 26 or 25 and 26. That you're grown. You know, you're not a little boy no more. They kind of seem a little immature, you know, for their ages. That's probably because, like Simone said, they have been coddled, you know, no tough love, you know? And sometimes you got to give your kids tough love.
At the end of the day, it is what it is, and I hope that it works well for them. Can you hear me?
Hmm. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I said at the end of the day, I hope it works well for them. At the end of the day, it is what it is. She has made her point, and I do hope that they do stick to it.
For sure.
Now let's go on to move on to this whole conversation. When the ladies met, Toya, Heavenly, had Simone, and we had Jackie. How did you feel about this conversation? I just want to hear your own piece of. Short about how you felt about this conversation.
Um, you know, I felt like, it needed to be a conversation about Quad. Like, why is she back? You know, she's not married to medicine anymore. So I don't know if they just
Phaedra is
needed.
not married to medicine too.
Pardon me.
Phaedra isn't married to medicine.
Exactly, because I don't know why Phaedra's there either. Not unless they just wanted to bring a bunch of chaos up in the midst of everything. You know what I'm saying? So I think the conversation needed to be talked about. Especially if they said that Quad hasn't been reaching out for these years, amount of years or months or whatever it was, and they reached out to her and didn't hear anything back. So it needed to be talked about, I believe. Everybody needed to be on the same page, especially going out of state. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
like Toy said, hey, she's not going for no bull because she's trying to handle business, with her new venture. So yeah, the conversation needed it was Toya's trip. Toya needed to bring the OGs all together and make sure that everybody was on the same page. So it was a needed conversation.
I think we have different opinions about this whole chat.
Okay.
Yeah. We have two different opinions about this chat because to me, I thought the chat was like a gathering of, you know what, let's come for quad. Toya putting up this meeting saying, let's be on the same page. We know that Toya and Quad have hardly been on the same page for how many seasons now? So
Quite a
why
few.
should she care now? Why if they are on the same page? Last season was very brutal for the both of them's relationship. So why is she coming now to be like, oh, I want to know what it is? And these other ladies, see, they be acting like it's giving. I'm biased. They said on this same gathering that this is the first time in a long while they've sat down and hung out together.
Right.
Yes. Now they on their own, as they are smiling like this, they find it difficult to hang out with themselves. Why would Quad want to hang out with themselves? Because if I remember there was a time Jackie made a statement that if I ever divorce my husband, I don't want to have you guys being friends with my ex. Now, Quad divorced her husband. All of you are still close to Dr. Gregory. And she's taking time to heal by herself. And I feel like, oh, I'm these people that I feel like, okay, they are my friends, are still close to my ex that you guys know that we did not end on the good terms, and you're still close with my ex. Are you expecting me? Because I would do the same thing Quad did. If I was in a group of people and I broke up with my ex, and I expected you guys not to talk to my ex and give me time to heal and process the whole thing happening. And all of a sudden, you all are friends with my ex. Now, I literally would not, truthfully, I would not be close to you guys because where is the trust? Where is the trust? You demand something of somebody, but you can't give the same piece of thing to the person. Jackie is demanding that nobody be close to her ex if they ever leave divorce. But you are close to Quad's ex after divorce with the person, and you knew the relationship was very toxic between the both of them. I'm not coming here to say Quad is a nice and everything, but we know most of it's reality TV. I know we've seen. I don't know whether you've seen Heavenly Talk on social media. Have you heard of Heavenly talking on social media, Dr. Heavenly talking on social media about her fellow cast members?
Mm.
When Heavenly comes out, the things she says about these ladies, there is no way in hell. She says those things, and you tell me they are friends.
Mm.
You can't come and say the things Dr. Heavenly says, and you say, okay, me and Dr. Heavenly were friends. Heavenly will literally go out on her YouTube because she has a YouTube channel and she
Mhm.
does the review of the show, or she comes on Instagram sometimes and bash these ladies, say trash about them. And you sit down here and deceive yourself that you're friends with Dr. Heavenly.
Mhm.
At least Quad is not going on online and everywhere on YouTube and everything, bashing all of you. She doesn't just call. And probably the reason why I'm siding with her is because probably I'm like her. I'm not really a caller like that.
Right.
If you call me, I will pick your call. If I see your call, sometimes it takes me the I tell my friend, although people that are close to me that call themselves my friend, they know. You send me a WhatsApp message, I would not I could read my WhatsApp message every 1 week. I go to my WhatsApp, I'm like, okay, a lot of people are sending me messages. Let me know what they're saying. So
Mhm.
I always tell you, if you want to send me a message, make sure you call me and let me know that okay, let's chat on this place. I know we're gonna be chatting there, then I go there and chat up with you. I'm not someone that will sit down just like that and be like, I want to call this person like that. And I'm not expecting that the same, I'm not expecting you to do that for me too. Doesn't mean that I don't care about you. Doesn't mean that I don't have friends. But I know that my friends, people that are close to me, that are my friends, know that about me and understand that about me. So
Right.
I feel like them judging Quad because she decided that I want to have my space and I because I don't trust you ladies, I want to push you guys aside, it becomes an issue. Jackie was complaining that um um Quad doesn't call her. Do you call Quad? The only person that has called Quad and Quad has called back is Dr. Simone.
Mhm.
So don't. I feel like they sitting down here and Toya was like, "I stand on business." You literally, I'm using melody style. You're saying that, oh, let's all be in agreement. It's just like when the way it looked to me, it looked like grown women sitting down deciding that they want to bully somebody else. That's how it sounded to me. And that's why I said earlier in the episode when we started the review, I said this episode was giving me grown ass women, matured enough, but acting like children.
Mhm. Now, I just want to piggyback on when you said,
Yeah.
why is Quad like hanging around them if she felt like she didn't really trust them? Me personally, if I'm going
You would
through a
have left.
divorce, can you hear me? Me personally, if I'm going through a bad divorce, and we have mutual friends, you know, I already kind of know within this friend group who I can trust and who I can't trust, you know. And if I can't trust none of you, I'm going like once the marriage is dissolved, it's like it's over, it's done.
It's over, yeah.
Yeah, I have no attachment. I have nothing in common with you guys anymore, you know, because you guys are his friends, which is fine, you know. But I'm not gonna force the issue of me trying to hang out with you guys because of a bag. I don't know if this is she's trying to come back because hey, it's a bag. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I don't chase bags. Bags chase me. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I don't understand the concept of Quad even wanting to be in this group.
Yeah.
She's been gone for so long. Yeah, I miss seeing Quad. She's fabulous. But, there's no more space in this corner for you.
She wasn't gone for too long. She was in last season, right?
Let me
She
think.
was in the last season.
Was she?
Yeah, she was.
Oh, okay.
She was
Yeah.
in the she was in the previous season.
Yeah. Yeah. She was there, you know. But, you know, To me, Quad has been kind of like on a high. You know, she's snappy. She she's not friendly. You know what I'm saying? It's just I can't get the right words. It
Well, I understand why it was like that because if did you watch? I don't know whether you watched the reunion from last season, the reunion of the is it season 9?
Yeah, I remember the everything
It
with
was did you the reunion was a very toxic,
yeah, it was very toxic. You
and we
know,
found out that the rumors that was passing about her sleeping around was even passed out by her own friend Heavenly.
mm,
Then you imagine you finding out that people that you trusted and you felt like she defended that, so it cannot be Heavenly that said those kind of things. But finding out she's the one, now finding out that those kind of people are the people that you're saying that they call you your sister at your back, but they call you their sister at your front, and but at your back, they're saying things about you. Even last week, they were friendly in the episode, and Heavenly came on YouTube and literally bashed Quad.
wow.
Now I don't understand why you tell me I'm your friend, but you come online and bash me. It doesn't make sense. And to your question, when you say why is she still with the group, is because a lot of people were when they were like speculation that she was not gonna be back in this season, a lot of people were like, no, she needed to be back because she's a fan favorite, right?
She's
She's one
what?
of the fan favorites.
No, I didn't know.
She's one of the fan favorites of Love and Marriage. Sorry, how am I saying Love and Marriage?
Oh,
She's one
okay.
of the fan favorites of Married to Medicine.
Mm,
So they wanted her back on the season because people were like, we don't know and if you notice this season, what has been the storyline from episode 1? Apart from Sweetie and Dr. Gregory's wedding, what has been the storyline?
Quad.
Quad.
Yeah.
No other person, not everybody is quad. Heavenly meets up with somebody quad. Phaedra quad. Dr. Simone and Toya quad. Nobody else is talking about any other thing about from quad. And I want to see the dynamics now that she would be leaving the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I talked about it during I think last week last was it last week? I think during the weekend or last week when she put
Mm-hmm.
out that next week's episode is gonna be the last time we're gonna see her on the show.
Mm.
At least for we're hoping it's for this season, but that's what she just said. And I'm like, okay, what would be going on? What would be the topic again? Now we've seen Dr. Heavenly's daughter go to school, we've seen Dr. Simone's child um finally getting the apartment. Now Quad is out of the equation. What is gonna be said again on that table?
Right. Well, then they're gonna have to invent their own storylines because they won't have Quad to backlash anymore.
You tell me, okay, if you were asked to choose, you've been watching and okay, you don't really watch the after the show, dilemma and dramas and everything. But if you watch the show, if you were asked to choose between Dr. Heavenly and Quad, who would you pick?
I would pick Quad.
Exactly. Quad is still a better option because talking about Dr. Heavenly, this scene here, she was literally very wrong. Why are you bringing up Dr. Gregory's age right in direct in the front of his wife?
Yeah, Heavenly is just messy. Damn, she's messy. Like, seriously, you want to be invited to the wedding. That's only for people who care about the bride and the groom, you know? Not for somebody to speculate and be like, I knew it wasn't going to work. I was at their wedding. Woo, 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 woo. Like, nobody needs that bull, you know? She just comes with too much drama. For her to be 50 plus, it's too much drama. She overplays her part.
Exactly. Now, with somebody like that in the group that always goes out to tell your secrets and leaks out your secrets, and with Quad that has never had that kind of thing, that has leaked out your secret and talked about you, if I was to let somebody off my group of friends, it would be heavenly,
Right.
not Quad.
Right. I agree.
But why is the focus now on Quad? And the way everything played out, she told the ladies that they should invite Dr. Sorry, they should invite Quad, but you did
Mhm.
not book a room for her. Isn't that giving shade?
Of course that was. I mean, if you're inviting her, have her a place to lay her head.
Exactly.
You know,
You
you
were telling
provided
the
it for the
ladies to
other
bring
women.
bring her around. Then you are not like, oh, I forgot to order a room for her. No, you didn't forget. You purposely
Look,
did it.
don't invite me somewhere and throw me a bone. You know what I'm saying? You
And
know,
every one of them, and every one of them asking, oh, I don't want to sleep with her in the same room. Like it's pissing. Like if there's anybody more notorious than Quad on this cast is Dr. Heavenly, and you guys tell me that you're friends with her, you're close with her, just because she calls you. Does a phone call makes it best good that you go and bash me and say trash about me? Just because she picks up her phone and be like, hey, Dr. Simone, how you doing? Hey, Toya, how you doing? So a phone call erases every shade, every bad thing, every insult that you will receive from Heavenly just because of a phone call.
no, that doesn't erase anything for me. I mean, personally, if you said it, then I need you to live and stand on it so I can deal with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no backpedalers. Once you say what you say, I need you to stand on it, you know? So,
Oh. And they now made the poor new girl in the group having to want to share with Kwan.
mm,
Like it didn't make sense at all. The way from the beginning of this trip, it was giving shade. And I love the way Quad came and was like, you know what, anywhere you put me, I will sit. Anywhere you say I should sleep, I will sleep. If you don't even have a room for me, I will go and rent an hotel room and another hotel and stay there.
right, right.
And when Quad was like, and when Quad was like, I don't mind, I know you would have done that to me. And Simone was like, do you think Toya would have done that? Like, these people are literally enemies. Let's just say the truth. Enemies is a very strong word, but we know that they are. And do
Yeah,
you think that whatever thing that Toya is doing, she's doing it from her kindness of heart?
I don't know. Maybe production got her, put her up to it. Like, hey, let's get Quad here. You know, let's get all the ladies here because this
It
is a
was a
ladies'
setup.
trip.
It was for me, I said it was a setup.
Pardon me?
It was a setup, set up.
Oh, setup. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a setup for her to for them to pave a way for her to leave the show.
Mm, wow.
That's what I feel. And when you did you notice when Simone was kind of smiling at Quad and Toya was like, why are you smiling at her? I don't like when you do those kind of things. Did you notice that?
Yes,
Did
I
you
did.
get that part?
Yes, I did.
Why would my smile to somebody bother you?
Yeah, exactly. But I guess
And
Toya is like you guys are two faced. It. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with somebody, you know, like address it and quit sugarcoating shit. And you know, look, when I have a problem with somebody, I address it. Because my face and my body and my brain won't let me carry it. You know what I'm saying? I have to get it out. You know, we have to have court. You know, so I kind of understand why Toya is just like, hey, look, all this two facing and smiling in somebody's face and talking behind their back. I can't do this. You know, let's you know, come to a meeting about this shit and let's do what we need to do. So I agree with Toya on that part. But yeah, I did catch how she told them, told,
It felt like it's for me. It felt like she was trying to control how they react, their emotions, how they feel, what they should do. That's how it felt to me.
yeah, it's quite possible. It's quite possible. I mean, they were supposed to do this all as a group, right? So maybe Toya was getting it straight, like, hey, don't be backing out, don't be backpedaling, don't smile too much because this is like serious.
Yeah.
And if they all felt that, hey, Quan shouldn't be there on the show, then mm, let's unify together and be a strong unity here. Don't make it seem like it's just me who feels this way.
And the fact that they attribute everything that Quad is the issue. And when they were having this conversation here, she was like, "Did you see the energy she brought in?" Like Toya also had an energy. Quad was not
Yes.
the only one that had the energy. Let's
Yeah.
not make one person the fault of everything.
Yeah. They you could tell they're both uneasy sitting by each other, being, nice to each other. They're very uncomfortable with that because, it doesn't seem like they're really friends, or associates.
I feel like they are co-workers, they're just co-workers.
Mm.
They're co-workers. And I don't know why. Well, let me not compare. I said I don't want to compare anything. I don't want to compare. So I'm just trying to control myself.
Okay.
Let's come to this last scene when everybody see. I understand everybody wanted to air their grievances, but why did Phaedra have to change her flight? It was giving action movie. No, exactly. Why did she have to change? You could have simply told her, "I don't want to fly with you."
Well, I didn't understand. Why? First up, I don't understand the change up of energy that Phaedra has. That was supposed to be your girl. Y'all was hanging out. You know, you were visiting her at her crib. You invited
Yeah,
her to go here with you. And all of a sudden, since the revival, you feel like, oh, she's just doing too much arguing. I don't want to be in the midst of that. Well, hell, you kind of started all this. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah,
just didn't understand the energy. I didn't understand why
exactly.
I didn't
She's not like,
understand
you
why
know what?
Phaedra couldn't get on the plane. I didn't understand why she couldn't get on the plane. I
I,
hey,
I,
I would have got on the plane and hey, even if our seats was right next to each other, I would have been having a discussion with
exactly.
you about why right now I'm just kind of standoffish. If you my girl, we having issues, I'm gonna let you know why I'm having a problem right now.
I just feel she wanted to prove a point to the ladies to look as if I stand behind you guys.
Well,
This be the kind of character. Okay, look at this kind of thing. You think Quad literally came here thinking that her and Phaedra were good,
right. Right, and
but
Phaedra
coming here
abandoned
and
ship.
realizing that, oh, we are not cool. At the end of the day, I was thinking we were good, but we were not. How do you think I'm gonna be emotionally invested in this kind of relationship? Because I was thinking we're good. I'm coming here now to find out we are not good. And you literally were avoiding me by taking another flight, another this thing.
Shit, Phaedra's
How
like, going over tide. I'm gonna disconnect from you because hey, you're not about to mess up my bag. You know what I'm
exactly?
saying?
That's what I felt. That's
Yeah,
what I felt. That Pedro
that's
was
how I
like, you know
felt
what, you're
too.
not gonna mess my back up for me just because of
Yeah,
yourself. But the thing
yeah.
is that the thing is that if they want to do a great job on Married to Medicine, if they want to start kicking people out, yes, kick out Quad, kick out Dr. Heavenly, kick out Toya because they are messy.
Right.
The three of them are messy. They come hard. The thing is that they are guilty of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Accused Quad of excessing character. Dr. Heavenly is also in that mix. She has that same character. Toya also has the same character. I don't know whether you remember how they chased out Maria.
Yeah, I do. I do. I do.
This
And I
same
liked
Toya.
it.
Does Toya always have to have issues with everybody? And you tell me you're not the problem?
Right. I liked Mariah.
When immediately they removed the outcasted Maria, I felt like, yeah, there was something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Toya that also brought up about it. Like she wasn't good with Maria and she was tired of seeing her.
Yeah, well, that's about the time they bought Dr. Heavenly in, because Dr. Heavenly used to always have problems with Mariah because she used to always say, your mama, your mama. Remember?
I didn't get you.
No, I said the time when Mariah was on there is when they bought Dr. Heavenly in, because Mariah was
Yeah,
already there, you know.
yeah.
So once Dr. Heavenly started having a problem with Mariah, you know, and telling Mariah every time she get into a conversation or argument with her, she'd be like, yo, you bitch, your mama. Like, you know, then that's when you start seeing less of Mariah and more of Dr. Heavenly, so they're booting people in and out, but you know, Heavenly, just her mouth, man, for her to be a doctor, like, jeez, it doesn't look good, you know, it doesn't look good at all, so I think they should go on to take Heavenly on out too.
If they want to take out Quad, they should take out Heavenly too. They take out Heavenly, take out Toya.
Well, I
Let's know
go,
that we're left with the boring because Simone is boring. Truthfully, Jackie is the most boring Married to Medicine cast.
yeah,
I don't think I want to be seeing Jackie every day. She's very boring. No, truthfully,
yeah.
she's very boring. She doesn't bring anything to the table. I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
The people
she
that make
doesn't.
the show, as much as we would complain, as much as we will complain about Jackie and about Heavenly and Quad, truthfully, they've been making you want to watch the show. Quad has been the one person that's making me want to watch this season. And truthfully, I don't know how
Are
I
you
am
there?
going to cope. You said? I didn't get what you said. Hello? Even with your girl, I can't hear you. Even for my girls. Are you still there? Okay, it seems like something is wrong with her. So the fact is that if um Quad, if not because of Quad and Heavenly, as much as I'm saying remove the both of them, if you want to remove Quad, it's also good. It's also nice if you remove Heavenly. I also feel like Quad and Heavenly are also the ones that makes the show what it is. Quad and Heavenly are what are the people that makes the show um interesting. That's just it. So in case you want to join the live and talk about how you feel this episode is and what you feel about them trying or wanting to kick squad out of the equation, you can join. You can the link is on the comment section. You can literally click on the link and join us before because we just have few minutes to go before we end the live. So if you want to speak, you can. Hi. Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
Oh, I
okay.
can't hear
Hi.
anything. Hmm. Hello,
You
hello.
can you can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, hello.
No, I was talking to the guest. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. So you can say your piece.
Yes, hi. Thanks for letting me up. I'm new to your channel, but I subscribed, I think
Yep.
it was yesterday, so I saw you were talking about this. I'm
Thanks
like,
for
I'm gonna,
subscribing.
yes, ma'am. um, well, I've listened to what you guys say and I do agree. Um, but I'm kind of hurt. I'm kind of hurt by this. I don't like what I saw. It kind of hurt my feelings. I'm just like, you know, um, I just feel like a lot of people they just really don't know history. They just really forget like what all Quad has been through on the show.
Right.
And she's been picked on since like day one. She's been picked on since day one. Like I remember Mariah just, Mariah was in her corner, but Mariah kind of treated her like she was beneath her.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they were like sisters, I feel like I wish they would have resolved that because I did like Mariah. I still like Mariah. I wish they would have resolved, but I think because of Toya, it didn't get resolved. I really feel like Toya had a lot of um, reason. I feel like she was a big reason why it didn't get resolved. Like she was in between their relationship, and I don't. I'm not saying this is not her karma, but everybody experiences karma. Karma is from God. So everybody's done something, everybody's gonna get what they sow.
Right.
They're gonna reap what they sow. So I feel like if this is her karma, they saying, oh, this is her karma, this and this and that. Some people in other chats and other shows or channels are saying this is her karma, but I'm like, okay, well, what about Toya's karma? What about Dr. Heavenly's karma?
Mm-hmm.
What about Dr. Jackie's karma? It was just last week, wasn't it? Just last Sunday, they were all on a live together
Yeah.
and they just cut her off and didn't let her speak. It's
Especially
like
Dr. Jackie.
that's right. And I'm just like it's like the to me I feel like it's just nonstop, always attack Quad. And I understand, okay, yeah, they want to hear from her, but if her issues are never getting resolved, if her voice is always being drowned out, if she's always being made the scapegoat and the black sheep, that injures a person. And it's like I feel like there's no justice,
Mm-hmm.
no justice for her. And I don't like how they got rid of Mariah, but I feel like Mariah was a part of attacking Quad, and I feel like Quad was kind of involved with, getting her off the show just like everybody else was, but it was more like Mariah had always picked on Quad. Mariah was talking about Quad like a dog, talked about her like a dog, like she wasn't worthy to be on the show. And if that's your sister, that's your friend, why do you have to put all her business out there? It's like they have to. It's like Quad has been made the scapegoat and the black sheep. It's like I want to say to be honest, I almost feel like it's like a colorism issue. I kind of felt that, you know, I kind of felt like it was like some type of colorism issue. Like she's the darkest one on the show, and it's always attack her, always make her the scapegoat. She's beneath us. She didn't. She came from this. She came from that. It's like this. Like they just picked her up off the street. This woman has a degree. She went to school just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
You know, she was good enough to date your family member. She was dating Mariah's cousin or whatever. And it's
Oh
I
yeah.
yes, and so I feel like this is my thing. This is my theory. I feel like when they there was a lot of Mariah was saying a lot of different things, and people have brought these things back up saying, okay, Quad used to sleep on Mariah's couch. Okay, I guess she took her in after Quad's boyfriend, which was Mariah's cousin, went to jail or whatever. Okay, but then it's like Dr. G said, I've been taking care of you since the day I met you. Okay, but that's what a man is supposed to do,
That part.
you know? And I don't know what it is. It's like, how was she a gold digger? Y'all don't remember all this. She probably would have had kids with him if he wouldn't have treated her so bad and he didn't make her feel like she was worthy. And it's like, I've been taking care. You're supposed, that's your obligation from the creator as a man.
Sure.
That is law. That's what a man is supposed to do. You are supposed to take care of your wife. 100%. It's not no 50-50. That's
Right.
what you're supposed to do. But this society got it twisted and it's playing out on these shows, it's playing out on social media. But this is what a man is obligated by the creator to do.
Mm-hmm.
Women, we have different roles and we are not beneath them. We're equal to them, but we both have different roles. Our role is to be a nurturer and a mother. And if we choose to work and if we choose to give our money to the household, that we can, but it is our money to keep. So her stacking up her money and her doing that, that's what she's supposed to do. Because
Right.
and I'm speaking from a different perspective. I'm a Muslim. So I'm speaking
Okay.
from the Islamic perspective. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people have it really twisted. A man is obligated by our creator to take care of his wife 100%, take care of the bills and his children, the needs of the children and the wife on 100%. He's obligated because of
That's
the
right.
place. That's right. And because of the place of the woman and the place of the man in society, that's God already ordained and spoke in scripture and say that this is what they're supposed to do because of he knows that it's not going to be fair on earth,
Right.
that
Mm-hmm.
women are going to have children. Women are going to go through these different things. Women are obligated to do these different things for their husband. And a man is obligated to do different things for the wife and for the
Right.
family. But it's all messed up. So she didn't even get a chance to have no children. I bet you she would have had children with this man if he wouldn't have made her. I feel like he was oppressing her, wouldn't even make her, didn't even make her feel like she could just be, she wanted to cook, she wanted to do different things in the home like a wife should. But you always oppressed her with your dollar amount and saying you did this and you did that and putting it out there. Like, that's not even what you're supposed to do. That's a sin. That's actually a sin for a man. That's oppression. And it's oppression for a man to make a woman work. So we actually have things backwards. We actually have things backwards in society. And I'm using this show to really speak about it because it's like she has been unjustly persecuted on this show. She's been
Okay.
made the
Yeah,
scapegoat.
I
She's been
feel
made the
you.
scapegoat for everybody's problems. And I feel like,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. And they are just as guilty. And I generally like Dr. Jackie. But I feel like they're putting too much on Quad. Like, I just could be going on and on and on about it. I really could. But I don't want to, be disrespectful to your show. But I just wanted to tell you guys that what they're doing to her, it like it's like a mirror of society. It's
Mm-hmm.
backwards.
Yeah,
Right.
I
I
know that
agree.
she's not perfect. I know she ain't perfect. I know, and nobody's perfect. But some of the
nobody's
issues that's been brought
perfect.
up, that's right. Some of the issues that's been brought up against her, it kind of looks like when you think about women in general. Oh, women, men want you to go 50-50. Some men want you to go 50-50. Some men want you to do this and do that. And then it's like they want to force you to, some men want you to work. Some men don't want you to work. Well, if you don't want me to work, you still don't have the right to oppress me.
Right.
You still don't have the right to put our business out there in the street. You don't have the right to abuse me. That is a sin against God
Right.
because I'm the property of God, just like you're the property of God. So that's a sin. And I feel like they all got it coming because how they did her it was just hurtful. I'm just sitting here looking like she don't have no friends on here. Ain't none people ever been her friend to treat her like that.
Right. I mean,
You know.
especially if she felt like she couldn't confide in them when she was going through her most hurtful moments in life.
That's
Because I
right.
seen how Gregory was. I seen him. In live
Hmm.
action, I would have been out of there. Ain't no way I would have took all that bull crap from him. You know, because every time he did something, he held it over her head. You can't live like that as a woman.
Right.
And expect to be happy and smiling and cooking and cleaning. Like hell to the no. No. you know and you're right, it is a man's responsibility when he takes a wife that he takes on all the bills,
Yeah.
everything.
It's a commandment. It's
Yeah.
not even it's like not even, you don't give it as a man, you don't get a choice. And if you do choose to oppress your wife, make her work, make her not be able to be feminine and not be able to take care of the children the way she needs to, and she takes on all this extra baggage, that's a sin against you. That's a sin for a man to do that. And you wonder
Yeah.
why it's an imbalance of power. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you speak. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sister.
Oh, no, 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 go right ahead, babe. you know I was just saying everything that you were saying is completely
Yeah.
right, and I'm not Muslim. I'm just, hey,
Yeah.
I'm a woman, and I feel strong about you can do bad by yourself.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because hey, I've been the king and the queen of my castle.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I came from nothing and built everything that I had, and then I found me a king. You see what I'm
Beautiful.
saying? And
Yes.
once I got that king, it was like, okay, I can relax. And if I choose to work, yeah, it's my money.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's the understanding. But what you have, yeah, you 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 pay the bills, you do everything for the house. And everything inside of the house I take care of, everything outside of the house you take care of.
That's
But
right.
as far as the financial part, yeah, you got to have me covered. I'm a helpmate.
That's right.
That means if you ever fall short, I got you.
Exactly. 100%. And I feel like everything you're saying is correct. And I really hate that just looking at this show, she's been made to be like the example of someone who's like like calling how a woman who wants to not be poor is a gold digger. Like, how is she a gold digger? If that's the case, then all of them are gold diggers.
True that,
You
especially
know,
the men who aren't doctors, then, right?
that's right. And the husbands must be gold diggers who don't bring in enough money, because Dr. Jackie and Simone, Dr. Simone, their husbands must be gold diggers. It's kind of
Exactly.
like, why is that all on quad like this? She's been had this painted, oh, she's a gold digger, because you're supposed to take this woman in. And I'm sorry, go
And
ahead.
treat her like a queen.
Yes.
The question I have now is, if now that they've tried to oust her from the cast, what would be the storyline now? What are we going to be seeing now on Married to Medicine?
Man,
That's
I don't.
that's my question.
I really don't feel like it's. I feel like they're sabotaging the show, because they think that they're doing something, but this is going to turn around and be another Real Housewives of Atlanta, because they're going to take the show because it was doing
Exactly.
just fine.
Exactly. That's what one of my friends said, that this show is just turning into Real Housewives of Atlanta, because that's the same thing that happened. They, asked a lot of people for just one person, and the one person wasn't able to run the show like they thought. The show became a flop. Now they are doing the same thing. Heavenly said something on the Instagram live they did yesterday. I was like, because the live, I was watching the live as they were doing it. I watched the show from the live,
Hmm.
and she was like, because a lot of people, there were like 5,000 people on the live, and a
Hmm.
lot of people were like condemning them, insulting them, you know being bad, like they were coming for all of them: Dr. Jackie,
Mm.
Dr. Heavenly, Phaedra, Simone, Toya. They were all coming for them on that line. And she was like, I understand the thing is that they are all everybody on this chat are Toya's goons. So that's why they are all coming for us. We know we have our own goons. And I was like, I the maths is not mathing. You had like 5K people on your live, and totally almost all of them were bashing you. It shows you that she has a little more fan base than you do. And literally nobody, and that life was the most I've ever watched in this life,
Mm.
where full grown women sat down in their houses, like in their mansions,
Hmm.
and kept on talking about one person in a very bad light. They didn't have one good thing, like one good thing to say about Quad.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh. I'm gonna go back because I think I saw that you because I watched the show later and then so I didn't get to watch the live, but I'm gonna definitely go back and watch the whole thing. I'm
Yeah.
just shocked. Dr. Heavenly has I cannot believe I used to really love her. I thought, oh, Quad. I still, even though I was on Quad's side when I was like, why is she calling her a hoe? Why is she saying she's sleeping around and all this confusion? And I'm just like,
Yeah,
Dr. Heavenly ain't never been her friend. I can't believe she did that woman like that.
exactly. She was never her friend. She called
Wow.
it last week on her on YouTube, her review with Carlos King. She literally called her a hoe. Like, oh, she's sleeping
Mm,
around in Africa. Like, how would you say that as
wow.
a friend to somebody and you tell me that the person should trust you? I would never trust you.
You know
Never.
what?
I'm
If Quad
mm,
was
mm,
like, what business is it of Heavenly's?
right.
You know, Quad is single. She's that is her coochie. She can do whatever she want to do with it. You know, she has nobody to answer to but God.
Wow. Oh
You know what
man.
I'm saying? So I don't understand why Heavenly, see, she's a mess. She is. She
Wow.
does too much. She does too much. No,
She
I don't think.
definitely did. They definitely did so much in last yesterday's episode. They did not expect when the episode was about to end. They did not expect this the backlash that we're going to get. But when the episode started airing, the backlash that they were getting, if they were on the comment section of their Instagram pages, they realized that man, it's about to be a shit show. Then they went live on Instagram and it was a total disaster. They had to start defending themselves. I didn't Dr. Simone, like, it's not the way you guys see it. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what? You guys are just digging more holes for yourself. Because
Wow. I cannot wait.
I watched that Instagram live and I cringed.
Oh my
I
goodness.
cringed. I was like, really? These ladies that are educated, that you would not expect the things that they were saying, the things they were talking. You'll be like, are you sure these ladies are really educated? Are you sure these ladies are classy ladies? Are you sure these ladies they literally have seen money? Because you expect those kind of things from some certain standard of people, but not with people like them. And you're like looking at them like, wow, this is given low budget from all of them. They were all trying. Then I had someone like Toya trying to be like, hey, I literally tried to give her a chance, but I was like, Toya, please shut up. You did not give Quad any chance. You guys are not friends. You are not friends at all.
I don't know what Toya has over them. It's so strange to me how she's been able to wedge out, you know, Quad and how she got in between Mariah and Quad's friendship. I don't know why they are so weak behind Toya. They just listen to everything she says and just she cries and there's got to be somebody. It's just like how I don't know, but Dr. Heavenly she got it coming. She gonna be the next one to get kicked off.
Yeah, of course, she's going to be the next one they're going to put their claws on. Immediately, Quad is off. She's going to feel what it felt like to be in Quad's position. She's gonna, and the thing is that if all these ladies, as much as I don't love Dr. Heavenly, I said it earlier on, as much as I don't like Dr. Heavenly. I know that Dr. Heavenly and Quad are the only ones making the show very interesting. I would not
Mm.
want to sit down and watch boring Dr. Jack or boring Dr. Simone. They're both boring. Like, what would I be watching
Mhm.
with both of them?
Right. I thought we were going to see a little bit more of the new doctor they brought on, and see what's going on in her life, you know.
Yeah. What happened to the girl from last? Remember last year she got pregnant. Her and her husband they had their first baby, or they were pregnant. On the they got. I like them on the show actually. I don't know. She was. I think she was from Nigeria. I can't remember her name, but
I can't
Oh, yeah,
remember.
yeah, yeah. I know who you're
yeah,
talking about. I know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
I thought she had a good personality. She came in. She was, she fit to me. I felt like she
Well,
was.
yeah,
She made an
she
impression.
was the one who didn't care for the designer clothes. She's like, they're
That's
just
right.
clothes.
That's right.
Which I understand because I'm not a label person myself,
That's
but
right.
you know, I can juice up some stuff. you
Yeah.
know.
She was.
So
Was she a lawyer or something like that? I can't remember if she was
yeah,
a
yeah,
lawyer.
yeah, yeah. Because she
Yeah.
pulled Toya's tax records about the something about how much money she actually made on the sale of the house.
So
So
I want her back. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sad though. I'm not gonna lie. That I got triggered. I think I got triggered by that.
yeah, it was sad to see simply because like
Don't
I
feel
said,
it's fair.
I've watched Dr. G in action and on the
Hmm.
show and how he treated Quad, and then when they had that reunion and she was like, you body slam me, and he was like, well, you were coming towards me with a knife. Like, dude, keep your hands off women. So that lets me know that you're violent. You know what I'm saying? If she had to pull a knife on you to defend herself against you,
Yeah. Right.
Even
that
the way he's
means,
speaking sweet tea.
yeah, that means you're violent, you know?
Yeah.
So I could just imagine the nights that she spent in that house, not knowing what's going to happen. She can't sleep good. She can't eat right. She don't feel comfortable. I can just imagine, you know? So
Yeah.
maybe she couldn't talk to the other women because of the shit she was going through, for one, and for two, y'all his friends, so everything I tell you is gonna get
Exactly.
back to him.
You're all his
then then
friends.
there's even more creations of bull crap in the household, you know from the outside voices that I'm confiding in.
Mm.
So yeah, I would have took a
Wow.
step back. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And you think about Toya and Mariah, they knew and they like I don't know, I can't remember if Mariah leaked and said anything. I don't think she did, but I know Toya definitely did.
Mm,
Toya definitely advocated. Well, I think Mariah did too. Advocated for her to leave. Remember that they
I
they
think
wanted
so.
her. They wanted her gone. Like as soon as she got divorced, so they wanted her gone.
Mm, wow.
And I'm just like, okay, y'all wanted to kick her off the
Mhm.
show. I think Mariah was still there when that happened. I think Mariah was still there.
Hmm.
So it's like, okay, y'all wanted her. Of course, y'all can check the videos and see. But from what I remember, I think that Mariah and Toya are the ones or maybe it was Simone. I think it may have been Simone.
Hmm.
Simone and Toya. They wanted her off the show.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
as soon as she
So
got divorced.
guys.
You know. Mm-mm-mm.
All right, guys. Well, I think we've talked a lot about it, and I can't wait. I can't wait for next week for us to know the verdict they actually gave her during the episode. But anyway, thank you very much, Dopest. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. Dopest woman alive, right?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you
Okay.
very much for joining us on today's panel chat, and make sure you join us
Sure.
next week. We'll also be here next week to talk about it. We also do other shows. You can join us for RHOP, which we'll be doing very soon. Real Housewives of Potomac, doing very soon. But thank you very much for guys, for those that are watching, the viewers that watched the review. Thank you for watching. Those on the comment section, thank you very much for being on the
Thank
comment section.
you.
We'll see you guys same time
Thank
next week
you.
or very soon for RHOP. Have a nice day.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.